Hi, my name is Peter. I'm with Transpring USA, and today I am proud to present to you the Transpring Vape Cartridge Autofiller. This machine is designed to fill small, disposable vape cartridges such as this quickly, accurately, consistently for long periods of time. If you're currently filling these vape cartridges by hand and looking for a better way, I invite you to keep watching as I break down this durable and affordable piece of machinery. First, let's start off with a discussion of exactly what this machine will not come with that you're going to need to make it work. Number one is an air compressor. You're going to need to buy an air compressor separately and make sure that it is at max 125 psi with at least a 10-gallon reservoir tank. A good rule of thumb is the longer that you intend on running your machine, the larger a reservoir tank you're going to need so that your air compressor doesn't work so hard to keep up with your machine. Now, the second thing that you're going to need that we don't provide, which likely you're going to need for both the machine and the air compressor, is electricity. So pay your electric bill, and you'll have a happy machine and a working machine, which means a happy business. The first piece of equipment that we're going to focus on here that you will receive with your order is this pressure pot. Now, this pressure pot is very important because this is where your material, your liquid or oil, will go in order to become pressurized and ultimately feed into the machine. Now, this pressure pot is comprised of three individual pieces that all fit together. Number one, you have this hood, and through this hood it goes the feeding tube as well as this air pressure regulator valve. The air pressure line, which is feeding from your air compressor, is going to feed pressure into this valve, become regulated to 100 psi, fill up this machine, and inside of this there's actually two other pieces. Number one, you'll see an inner container here. This inner container ultimately can hold your source material or hold a bottle that has your source material in it. If you don't want to cover the inner container with your source material and have increased loss, then it's fine to just keep it in the bottle that you have it in. The second part is, of course, this lower holding container. Once you have put the inner container with your material inside, you have placed your cover on top, you're going to then make the whole unit airtight by placing these four very heavy-duty wing nuts into place, tightening them down in order to secure your top to the pressure pot, and then you'll release the valve on your air compressor and begin to pressurize the tank in preparation for running your machine. The next important piece of equipment that we're going to focus on is the pressure gun. This will actually take a supply line coming from your pressure pot, feed directly into the pressure gun, which controls the flow of your liquid or oil into each cartridge as it moves along by the machine. Assisting the pressure gun in doing its job is this third piece of equipment here, which is the temperature control unit, which controls by degree the temperature of the entire head unit, helping and assisting you to process thicker viscosity oils and liquids without encountering any sort of clogs in the needle or head unit as it's processing through the machine. Now, the fourth piece of equipment that we're going to focus on here is probably the most impressive as well, and that is the filling robot itself. It has two control panels that a user should become very familiar with. One of them is this handheld controller right here. It allows you to program all parameters for this machine, as well as containing all pre-mapped programs that will become preset from the factory to work with the cartridges that you want to process through this machine. Now, once all the parameters have been set in this handheld control unit, there is a very simple front terminal interface that a new user can step up and start using immediately with a minimal learning curve. It only consists of 5 buttons. One is the on-off button. Number 2 is the start-pause button. Number 3 is this stop reset button for use in an emergency. Number 4 is this program reset button for whenever the machine becomes out of calibration for any reason. And number 5 is this line purge button. This button is used to hold the air pressure gun in place and purge the line of any air bubbles or clogs before you start the machine. The final piece of equipment we're going to focus on is arguably the most important, and that is this custom cartridge holder. We call it a jig. It's designed to hold 100 cartridges in rows of 10 by 10. Now you may be wondering, how do I get one made for the cartridges I use, and how do I fill it? Well, these come pre-mapped from the factory to fit Transpring cartridges, and one of the advantages of ordering Transpring cartridges is that they will come in these wonderful foam inserts. These foam inserts are designed to match the machining of your jig exactly so that you can simply lay them on top, press them down into place, vastly reducing your loading times and saving you time and money throughout the life of your machine. Now, as I stated before, the front panel has a dead simple user interface so that a new user can immediately step to this machine and get it working. To begin the action here, I'm simply going to press this lighted start button in order to start our filling. Now, as we zoom in for a closer look at this machine as it begins its filling program, you're going to notice how quickly it fills each cartridge. It's currently programmed to fill each 1 ml cartridge in under 1 second, meaning this entire 100 cart jig can be filled in under 2 minutes. Now, as we move in for an even closer look, the second thing you'll notice is the incredible accuracy of this machine. No cartridge is underfilled, no cartridge is overfilled, and there are no drips between cartridges. This helps eliminate human error, reduce waste, and ultimately increase your profits and yield over the lifetime of this machine. Now, I spoke before about the dead simple operation of this machine. Let's say you're a new user and you'd like to pause the action. Well, all you need to do is come over here and press the Start Pause button. Pausing the machine, allowing you to restart the action from where it left off at your leisure by simply repressing the Start Pause button, much like the Start or the Play Pause button on your DVR or DVD player. Now, let's say that you would like to stop the filling completely and reset the machine back to its original starting position. All you need to do is press this start button, and with a simple twist, the machine resets back to its original position, releasing the jig and allowing you to address any issues. So now that we've seen this machine in action, I'm sure that you have a lot of questions, including how to order one. Well, I can answer all those questions and more if you contact me directly by emailing me at usa@transpring.com or by giving me a call at 925-405-5582. I offer the only US-based sales and service for this filling machine, and I have warranty service that is backed directly by the factory. So I can answer all your questions about ordering, customization, installation, and ongoing maintenance for this machine. Also, in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel as we post more videos about how to clean this machine, calibrate it, and customize it for your particular operation. I want to thank you for watching and stay posted for more informative videos about the Transpring Vape Cartridge Auto Filler Machine.